The people who change the world aren't the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who refuse to give up, no matter how many times life tells them they should. And no character represents that relentless, almost irrational persistence more than Naruto Uzumaki. Not because he was the strongest from the beginning, but because he chose to act when everyone else would have stopped. Naruto didn't start with admiration. He started with rejection, isolation, a childhood where he wasn't just ignored, he was avoided, judged, feared for something he didn't choose. And that kind of environment shapes a person. It can break them, turn them inward, make them resent the world. But Naruto did something different. Instead of withdrawing, he moved toward people. Instead of becoming bitter, he became louder, more expressive, more determined to be seen. At first glance, it looks like attention-seeking, like immaturity. But underneath that behavior is something deeper, a psychological survival strategy. Naruto wasn't just trying to get attention, he was trying to prove his existence mattered. Because when you grow up feeling invisible, the strongest desire isn't power, it's recognition. And that's where his journey begins. Naruto's dream of becoming Hokage isn't just about status, it's about validation. It's about transforming the way the world sees him. But here's where his story becomes powerful. Over time, that motivation evolves. It shifts from, I want people to acknowledge me, to, I want to protect the people who acknowledge me. That shift, from self-focused to purpose-driven, is the foundation of true heroism. Because real heroes aren't defined by their strength, they're defined by their reason for using it. Naruto doesn't inspire people through speeches. He inspires them through action, through consistency, through the way he keeps moving forward, even when there's no guarantee of success. That's something people feel. It's something they can't ignore. Because when someone refuses to give up, it forces everyone around them to question their own limits. Look at how he impacts people like Sasuke Uchiha, Gaara, and even Kakashi Hatake. Naruto doesn't change them by force. He doesn't dominate them. He confronts them with his actions, with his persistence, with his refusal to abandon them. And that creates something powerful, a mirror. They see themselves through Naruto, their pain, their choices, their potential. That's influence at the highest level. Because it doesn't rely on control, it relies on example. There's also something important about Naruto's relationship with failure. He fails constantly. He struggles. He gets rejected, underestimated, outmatched. But he never interprets those failures as proof that he should stop. Instead, he uses them as fuel, as feedback, as a reason to keep going. And that mindset is rare. Most people tie their identity to their results. If they fail, they question their worth. They hesitate. They withdraw. But Naruto separates the two. Failure doesn't define him. It refines him. And that allows him to keep moving forward without losing himself. That's psychological resilience. And it's built through repetition, through showing up again and again, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's painful, even when it feels pointless. Naruto embodies that process. He doesn't wait to feel ready. He doesn't wait for perfect conditions. He acts, and then grows into the result. That's why his journey resonates so deeply. Because it reflects a truth most people experience, but don't fully understand. You don't become confident first, then act. You act first, and confidence follows. Naruto also redefines strength. In a world where power is often associated with dominance, he introduces a different model. Connection, understanding, empathy. He listens. He tries to understand people, even his enemies. And that's not weakness, that's control. Because it takes more strength to understand someone than to defeat them. And that's why he's able to break cycles that others couldn't. Where people like Madara Uchiha see endless conflict, Naruto sees possibility. Not because he's naive, but because he's willing to try, even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. That willingness is what separates him. Because most people need certainty before they act. Naruto acts without it. He believes even when there's no evidence. He commits even when the odds are against him. And over time, that belief becomes reality. Not because it was guaranteed, but because he refused to let it go. That's the psychology of heroism. It's not about being fearless. Naruto feels fear, he feels doubt, he feels pain, but he doesn't let those emotions decide his actions. He acknowledges them, and then moves anyway. And that's something people underestimate. Because courage isn't loud. It's not always dramatic. Sometimes, it's just the decision to keep going when stopping would be easier. Naruto's impact also comes from his consistency. He doesn't change who he is depending on the situation. His values stay the same. His belief in others stays the same. And that consistency builds trust. It makes people believe in him, not because he says the right things, but because he does the right things repeatedly. And that's how real influence is built. Not through moments, but through patterns. Over time, Naruto becomes more than just a person. He becomes a symbol of persistence, of the idea that your past doesn't have to define your future, that you can start from nothing and still become something meaningful. And that's why people follow him. Not because he's perfect, but because he's real. Because they see his struggle, they see his growth, and they realize that if he can keep going, maybe they can too. That's inspiration. Not something you force onto people, but something they feel when they witness someone who refuses to break. So when you look at Naruto, you're not just looking at a hero, you're looking at a mindset, a way of approaching life that says, no matter where you start, no matter how many times you fail, no matter how many people doubt you, you keep moving, you keep acting, you keep believing, because in the end, it's not talent or luck or even strength that defines you. It's your willingness to keep going when everything in you wants to stop.